Part. The writ petitioner appellant claims to be the owner of premises number 66 by 1 Chaurangi Road, Kolkata 7,20,000 in a portion of such premises. The third respondent is running an eatery under the name and style of Tibetan Delight. The appellant alleges that third respondent has been drawing electricity illegally from premises number 67 Chaurangi Road to the premises number 67 by 1 Chaurangi Road, wherefrom the business of eatery is being carried on. The appellant approached the writ court praying for issuance of a writ of mandamus to direct the respondent licensing company to immediately disconnect the new metered connection effected in favor of the third respondent. The appellant also challenged the assessment made by the assessing officer under the provisions of Section 126 read with 135 of the Electricity Act 2003, for short the 2003 Act, alleging that there has been an under-assessment of unauthorized use of electricity para. The learned single judge dismissed the writ petition on the ground that the appellant had no locus standi to challenge the final order of assessment passed against the private respondent number 3. Being aggrieved, the writ petitioner has approached this court para. After perusing the impugned order, this court was of the prima facie view that the learned single judge was right in dismissing the writ petition for the reasons that the appellant had no locus standi to maintain the writ petition. However, on a closer scrutiny of the materials on record, this court was persuaded to take a different view, and for which the learned counsels of the respective parties were invited to submit on the maintainability as well as the merits of the case para. The learned advocate representing the appellant attacked the order passed by the learned single judge on the ground that the said writ petition was dismissed without calling for any affidavits. He further contended that there are errors apparent on the face of the record in as much as the finding of the learned single judge that the writ petitioner filed the writ petition in the capacity of being a landlord of the adjacent premises is concerned. He further contended that there has been gross underassessment of unauthorized use of electricity in the final order of assessment made by the concerned authority para. The learned advocate representing the licensing company submitted that assessment of electricity charges payable under Section 126 of the 2003 Act has been made in terms of Regulation 5.1 of the West Bengal Electricity Regulatory Commission Electricity Supply Code Regulations 2013, for short the 2013 regulations, and therefore the submission of the learned advocate of the petitioner that there has been an under-assessment is without any basis para. Mr. Sanyal, learned advocate representing the third respondent, supported the finding of the learned single judge that the petitioner has no locus standi to challenge the final order of assessment passed under Section 126 of the 2003 Act. He submitted that the private respondent is residing at premises number 67 Chaurangi Road and enjoying electricity through a commercial meter installed thread. He further submitted that since the tariff for commercial consumption is higher than that for domestic purpose, and also that the consumption of electricity has been duly recorded through the said meter, there cannot be said to be any under-assessment as alleged by the appellant para. This court has elaborately heard the learned advocates for the parties and perused the materials placed para from the final order of assessment dated February 22, 2023. It appears that the meter installed at premises number 67 in the name of one Mr. Uday Mukhia was the subject matter of such assessment. It further appears therefrom that an inspection of the service installation and the metering system installed at the said premises was held on 20/2/2023, and the assessing officer found that the private respondent, who is the present beneficiary of the meter being number 6015050, standing in the name of her late husband Mr. Uday Mukhia, was found extending the service in an unauthorized manner from her premises at 67 Chaurangi Road, Kolkata 20, to run her eatery under the name and style of Tibetan Delight at premises number 66/1 Chaurangi Road, Kolkata 20, Para. Ordinarily, the owner of a premises who claims to be the landlord of a person in occupation of such premises as a tenant thereof may not be considered to be a person aggrieved against an adjudicatory made under section 126 in respect of a meter installed at a different premises and in respect of which such owner landlord has no interest therein. Stop.